Greetings to you all and welcome to Golden Axe. It's the Golden Axe we all know and love for the Sega Mega Drive, that's the Sega Genesis, and quite frankly, it puts the Master System version to shame. In case you don't know, I recently played through the Master System version for what I'm going to generously call fun, but now we need to wash that taste out of our collective mouths. So what have we got? Well, we've actually got 3 unique characters instead of one repurposed with multiple elements. First of all, we have Axe Battler. Show him your stuff, Axe. Wonderful. Why is Axe going on this adventure? Well, his mother was killed by Death Equals Adder. Apparently we didn't have a hyphen in this particular font, but we make do with what we've got. The Master of Fire Magic, however, is Tyrus Flare. Here she is. She's going to have a completely different and unique plot as to why she wants revenge on Death Adder. It's coming up momentarily. Manly cries. Father and mother were killed by Death Adder. We're really up in our game here. The stakes are raised. But finally we have the dwarf, whose name I still don't know. If you thought parents dying at the hands of Death Adder was serious, well, once this guy gets his act together, he's going to show you a true motive. First, your name? Gilius. Now your reason? His brother was killed. It's a slightly less emotive motive. That I should have planned that sentence out ahead. That didn't go so well. Nevertheless, those are our 3 champions. Who are we going to play as? There's no choice really, is there? We could be a strong man. We could be a girl, who is actually the best character because she's got the best magic. And all the attacks do the same damage anyway, but she's got the shortest range. Or we could be a dwarf, because he's a dwarf, god damn it. There's something very cool about dwarves. Oh right, plot. I didn't read that fast enough. We didn't just lose our brother, we also lost our good friend Alex. Shame. No, change of plan. I'm here out of a sworn sense of duty. Nothing to do with revenge. Not for my brother, not for Alex. I couldn't care about either of them. Let us begin the jump slashes. No, we shall use a more varied move pool in this version of the game. Such as... I didn't even plan that, but that was fantastic. We're going to throw enemies like this. We're going to do full combos where we bonk them on the head. Let me find someone healthier. We can have an extended bonkage. It wasn't meant to be. The bonkage will wait for later. Instead, tail whip it shall be. So one of the main advantages in this version of the game is that I can actually see when I'm sprinting. Unfortunately, the enemies can also sprint, and acknowledge when they're sprinting and use it to their advantage. Scary stuff. You'll see in the top left my magic pool. I have level 1, 2 and 3 spells, and my magic caps out at 4 potions. It's a 3rd level spell. Which means all these extra potions are completely worthless, because they expect me to be playing a character either that requires more mana or playing 2-player. Why they expect this of me, I don't know. You give me a dwarf, I'm gonna pick the dwarf. Fortunately, I can save one of my fingers from the arduous duty. I do not have to press jump and attack together in this. No, I can press the 3rd button on the controller. What a masterpiece this system is. Such a technical improvement. How did one of you die and not the other? Seriously. I have no idea how he survived. Impressive stuff, but not good enough. We shall camp here in the turtle village. Not many turtles in the turtle village, is there? Or buildings. But never mind. We haven't been to the turtle village yet. Damn it. I try to understand the plot. I try so very hard, but I just can't do it. This game is too advanced. But maybe now we can get in some bonkage. Right. You'll do. You hear that wooden clonking on his head? It's so satisfying. If you do the combo from too far away, they don't die. You do the combo from too far away, you just kind of behead them at the end. Which you'd think would do more damage, but it doesn't. And if you do it nice and close, you get to really knock the wood out of their empty skulls. Once again, terrain is your friend. You see this pit here. If an enemy falls down that pit, he's insta-dead. If I could react faster, he would have gone down the pit and he would have been insta-dead. Unfortunately, I am useless. Maybe? Did he go? No. Maybe? Yes? He's gone. Okay, people who fall off of ledges or into water... That's water, right? Down there? Oh, maybe. Is this whole village floating? I have a newfound appreciation for the turtle village. But people that... Quiet. People that fall to their deaths, they don't make a noise. You can't scream whilst falling. Everybody knows this. Your oxygen is somewhat... reassigned. Excuse me, that's my dragon. Oh, I boldly claimed that the second dragon in the turtle village should be a fireball spitting dragon. Let's see if I was correct. Never mind, let me torch these children. Health and safety would probably like a word with me based on my current actions, but it's for the greater good. Yes, chuckle to yourselves, women. Funny stuff. I laugh alongside you. On a more serious note, they don't engage in battle until you walk close enough to them, or hit them. I think you can actually hit one of them with the dragon's breath. Without stepping too close. But then they wake up anyway. Dragon? See, I knew it was pink. Oh, red, but I'm gonna call it pink. The far superior dragon. Hand it to me. This dragon understands the concept of range, and he's gone. I hope you enjoyed him. I also hope you enjoyed the fact that his fireballs, when they explode, become more flames than they originally were. I don't understand it. I'm not a magical man. I'm a dwarf. Really? That actually makes sense. That's why the water was below me. It's not a village. It's a village on the back of a... How did I never know this? I know how I never knew this. I never read anything. I just kid things. That's a turtle! In all my life, I have never noticed that this is a turtle. I knocked everyone down the cliff, by the way, over here. I was just having some fun. This is the jump of doom. I'm going to dash attack over it to prove a point. Don't knock this little fellow down the pit or you'll lose the rest of your magic. Not a great consequence to me, but it might matter to some other people. This door is insufficient for this entryway. It serves neither to deter thieves, nor to keep out the cold, or in the heat, I suppose. By the way, this is a very cheap way to kill this woman. I'm not sure what happened to the other one. I genuinely don't know. She just phased out of existence. Two giants coming out of Deb. I'm not sure what Deb is supposed to be. I always kind of assumed it was a bar, but... I don't know, maybe the censoring rules say we can't have any references to alcohol, so it can't be a bar. So the game makers just went, alright, it's not a bar, it's a Deb. And everyone just got on with their lives. I suppose I should demonstrate back attack. I've not done it yet, but it's going to get me killed. Let me find a more compliant enemy. Perfect. Back attack. So each character has a unique back attack. Gilius. The heroic man that... Nice pose, Gilius. the heroic man that he is, he does a backwards roll and stabs behind him. Very strong move, good coverage, good range, very hard for me to take damage whilst I'm rolling. Other people do different things. I think Tyrus does a bit of ballet. Axe Battler swings his sword triumphantly around his back of his head. I don't know. No one else rolls. That's what matters. I promise you the roll is good. Ignore what you just saw. There is one more move at our disposal. I suppose we should demonstrate it. I don't know what it's technically called. I could make up a name for it, but I'm not going to. I will just demonstrate momentarily. So when you jump and slash, you get this nice arced attack. It's very good because it covers a lot of vertical distance. But if you dash and jump, you go higher. How suspicious. So what happens if we dash and jump at the peak of the jump where no enemies could possibly be? One moment. I'm never going to hit this guy, am I? We plant the sword directly into their cranium, if we hit. And that is the most powerful move in this game. Every character can do it. It's just dash jumping makes you go really high. If you attack near the top of that arc, then good job. Your sword plants straight down on the enemy. If you excuse me, I need to play properly for a little bit or I'm actually going to run out of lives. This game is substantially harder than the... well, that's subjective. This game is longer than the Mega Drive, the Master System version. Because we do have an extra level at the end. So I need to preserve some lives. If you excuse me, I'm gonna go party at 4949 Road number 1. Everything is well addressed in this place. But cover it with the axe, and the good people can't see. Hacked by enemy lines. Damn. So there's too many enemies, and that's why we're taking the Fiend's path. Got it. Makes sense. We gotta avoid the enemies. 4170. I've travelled quite a distance in my sleep. Yes, that chap did just walk to his own demise. They do that on occasion. So the enemies are always desperate to get on the same horizontal line as you. It's their life, essentially. That's gotta hurt. And you can often abuse that to make them just walk to their deaths. For example, if I stand here, if somebody spawns behind me, they would just walk straight off the bridge. They would go down to try and meet me, and that'd be the end of them. I can always do this, of course. Skeletons do so much damage. That's more than one bar. Yes, I'm going to cheap them by utilizing this ridge here. Skeletons will charge at you, but I don't think they like to charge at you when they're on different levels of elevation. And also, if they try to ascend, they do this dramatic leap. Look at that thing. Which gives you all day to just hit them out the air. You can do whatever takes your fancy, you can do that. I was going to demonstrate, but my demonstration got cut short. Where are you going? Thank you. Real glutton for punishment, this guy. He came back of his own volition. Ready for a beating. Odd chap. I'm going to save my magic for the skeletons that I know are coming. Dash attack is a very good move. In basically any situation. It comes out very fast, one hit knocks the enemy away, and it sends them away for miles. Which gives you loads of time to reposition or dance around the other enemies that have closed in the meantime. Doing the combo attacks is good for damage, but scary. The second skeleton wave is stronger than this one. So we save the magic. You may be noticing that the enemies have different colors as we progress through this game. They all have different stats. In the end of the game, there's a credit sequence that tells you the relative strengths of the different units. Don't know how accurate it is. It's probably not at all. But it's fun to think about. My lightning graphic got slightly cut off there. That's sad. My life got ended there. It's also sad. Feels like you're giving people a telling off when you're bonking them on the head with the rear end of the axe. Once again, blue chaps. We'll call them chaps. I don't know their name. Give you magic. Green chaps give you food. Food cannot heal you above your base, which is 3 by default, but you can increase it. Or decrease it. The Fiend's Path was indeed a great eagle. Turns out we were walking on the back of an eagle all this time. Now this one I actually did know ahead of time. Because, well, this is somewhat hard not to see. You see that skeleton just walked off because he was so desperate to meet my X-coordinate. That is a lot of damage. One poor mistake on my part. Wouldn't you say, Eagle? Why does Gilius pose so dramatically every time I stop to talk? Not today, I've got horns on my hat. Prepare yourself for the shortest level in history. It was one screen of 3 enemies, then it was one singular enemy. Now, it's a little skirmish with 2 guys. And their dragon. Very rude of you to take this from me. Just gonna have a few kind words with you in the corner. Do you understand the error of your ways? Thank you very much. I'll be honest, I forgot about this second wave of red guys. I'm also somewhat disappointed at losing my dragon, considering I know what's coming up. Alright, so enough of that, it's boss time. At least we get to see different levels of lightning magic. That's all we got. This is gonna take some headbutting. Never mind. We don't get a life on 0 in this game, but we do get 3 credits instead of 1 credit. For the game giveth, and the game taketh. So this enemy, which I believe is called a lieutenant, or a lieutenant, I suppose, but I don't think this game is British, so I'll stick with lieutenant. Cannot dash. And when an enemy cannot dash, they are very susceptible to me dashing. You may think this cheap. I think this effective. Also, take a look at that running animation. Doesn't he look adorable? Look at him go. Stage 6. It's the throne. And we don't know it's the throne because the chairs aren't there yet. Yet, I said. It's okay, the chairs are behind the door. I'm not sure who designed this castle, I'm not sure what they were thinking. That's what they went for. Why is there a dragon on the castle doors? Don't know. Why is there an eagle motif above it? Don't know. There's a lot of animal imagery here. I suppose the rulers couldn't decide what they wanted to be their animal of choice. So they just decided, oh, I'll have a couple of everything. I need to thin the numbers before I actually fight anyone in a more serious manner here. That's more like it. Naughty, naughty. Maybe it's only me that sees it like that, but that's how I always saw it, even as a child. I saw this as old man Gilius coming up to this rambunctious chap and going, well, this time I'm just tossing him. But let's try again with this story. We've got this rambunctious chap, and we come up to him and we go, no, no, bad. Just for clarity, when I was disciplined by my parents, they didn't bonk me on the head and then kick me across the room. Not often. He can charge, this guy. But I think he will always lose in a charging contest. As long as I press the attack button in time. Good lord, it's Death Adder. You can tell it's Death Adder because... I don't know. He looks imposing, I suppose. It perhaps comes as a bit of a surprise that you meet the main villain this early into the game. But I say this early into the game is nearly over. The surprise is more that how short the game is. I hate skeletons with a fervent passion. Honestly, these skeletons are more frightening than Death Adder, because Death Adder just stands there, marching on the spot. I don't know why he was doing that, by the way, he just does it sometimes. We deal with the skeletons first, they're the main threat. Do you mind? Very rude. Tell you what, he's got some evasive maneuvers. You know, there was a time in my life when I was fairly good at this game. Evidently, it was a long time ago. I suppose I should throw this guy, just to make a point. Never mind, I'll tell him off. I'm really struggling to throw him. I thought you could. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever, I seem to have him trapped in some kind of infinite loops. Actually works in my favour. Imagine you're one of the people that got defeated by Death Adder, and then you watch this beatdown. And then suddenly the realization dawns on you, I could have just stayed close to him, and he can't hit me for some reason. Why is the king upside down and the queen the right way up? Nobody knows. That's just the way the Death Adder does things. Thank you. I did this for gratitude. I appreciate that. I think I skipped a whole page of text there. Taking orders? From someone else, you mean? That's your castle, isn't it? Maybe it's Death Adder's castle. Maybe he kidnapped the king and queen and took them here. Yeah, maybe. And then Death Adder just... he just left these two to observe. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Death Adder was taking orders from someone in here. We think. Maybe he just went to bed at the end of the day. You know, a hard day's work, he went for a nap. This could just be his bedroom. We don't know. That's a big gap. That's a terrifying gap. Test the gap for me. Yes, it's lethal. My toe has the strength to support my entire body weight. Okay, that's one down. Perfect. How the tables have turned. Now I use the holes. Watch this, you'll like this. Dramatic stuff. This castle's really fallen into disrepair. And look at the state of the walls. As a child, I always used to look at this stage and I used to think, God, I wish I could fight that guy. The one on the wall, doesn't he look cool? He's like a normal skeleton, except he's actually armoured. But alas, we don't get to fight him. Or his friend. Dramatic stuff. And we have a mini-boss coming up. And if you've been paying attention to the main theme of this stage, you'll know what's gonna happen to him. Go away. I don't need your magic. I have an axe. I have dwarven blood. I have tenacity, damn it. I knew that was gonna happen. I saw it coming, and yet I still died to it. This bronze statue man is not the boss, by the way, just to be clear. And unfortunately, only the enemies we've seen before are actually going to come alive here. That far superior barbarian is not coming alive either. Yes, I see it, you see it, we all see it, except for these yellow guys. To the pit, my friends. To the pit. Now these guys have quite a lot of health if you try to fight them. It's still not particularly difficult. This guy is willingly going of his own volition. I appreciate that. What the devil is this black magic? Right. He's gone now. Good heavens, who is this? I'm gonna pause while I talk. Could this be the one that Death Adder was taking his orders from? Yes it is. It's Death Adder's dad. Big spoilers, I know. There's something about this fight that's difficult for me to explain whilst I'm playing. Firstly, his throne has K and IE written on it. Why? I don't know. We got the dragons back. Why? But, more importantly, Death Adder's dad is the boss. We kill him, we win. These two skeletons are basically immortal. They're not actually immortal, they can be killed, but it would take me about a week. They have a ridiculous amount of HP, and that's not just me saying it's quite difficult to kill them. I mean, if I sit here and hit them for 30 minutes, they'll still be alive. But they're not technically invulnerable, so we'll be technically correct. I will have to hit them though, because otherwise they're going to combo me and do a lot of damage. You may be thinking this isn't going to be much of a fight. Because surely this is just Death Adder all over again. Well, number one, I can't cheap him into oblivion because the skeletons will come and help him out. And I can't kill them. Realistically. It's all about finding gaps when I can attack him. But more importantly, if Death Adder does land a successful attack on me, he will follow it up with a magic spell. And then he will combo me into oblivion. I think I could have got out of that. But the spell is a guaranteed follow-up. He hits you with an attack, he will cast a spell. He's got multiple spells up his sleeve. But this does mean that any point of damage he inflicts on me is going to immediately become 2 bars, realistically. But any hit is good. So long as it's on Death Adder. Hits on the skeletons don't do anything. And he will torch my corpse for good measure. So he has 3 spells, 1 from each of the characters. That's the lightning spell. You saw the earth spell already. And now you get to guess what fire spell he has. I'll give you a clue. The most powerful fire spell is the summoning of a fire dragon. It's the most powerful spell in the game. By quite some margin. That would be his fire spell of choice. It's pretty powerful. There's 4 tracking pulses on the ground. Well, Death Adder, he could only shoot 1 of those, and it didn't track very well. He's got 4, and they track substantially better. And if one of them hits me, not only does it do a little bit of damage itself, but I'm gonna get dragoned. All things considered, it's not that fair of a boss fight. But I always did appreciate this level of difficulty. With that being said, I always used to play with 5 hit points instead of 3, which made the game easier. There are other interesting settings in this game, maybe I'll show them off in a bit. I got greedy there. I tried to hit him before he hit me. I should have just walked down. I think I would have got out. How many credits have I got left? Have I got any? If I've not got any credits, I'm scared. If I have credits, I'm alright. I can definitely do this in 3 more lives. Doing it in 1 life is a bit sketchy. I do like the fact that he got a little sprint on there. He just wanted to prove that he knows how to run. He wasn't very good at it, but he gave it a go. You notice I don't tend to jump slash him very much, and you might be thinking maybe I should. Oh, this is not good. I think you've made your point. Continue? Oh, good heavens. This is somewhat embarrassing. I can't even read my total score. It's blinding on my screen. It's better for you, I can see in the preview, but for some reason on my television, yes, TV, I'm old-fashioned, alright, is blinding. I'm not sure why. Well, that was disappointing. I was going to show you the interesting options they've got here. So the life meter, you can go up to 5 if you want to make the game easier for yourself. You can also play on beginner mode, which ends at the first lieutenant, but the lieutenant is replaced with Death Adder Jr., which is an easier version of basic Death Adder. And the magic system is more generous. When you cast a spell, it doesn't use all of your magic. You can decide how much to use. It's interesting, but it's too easy, says the guy who just lost on arcade. Give me 1 moment, I'll get back where I was. And we're back. So, it's been a while, not too long, but a while. You may notice that I have changed characters. This time we're playing as Tyrus. He is the Amazon, the master of fire magic, the wielder of the short blade. I thought I'd give you the entire stage before the final boss once again, just so you can see her moveset and compare the differences, perhaps. Maybe you don't care to see this stage again, and you just want to skip ahead. Go ahead, I'm not going to stop you. I shouldn't have started my recording yet. I should have waited till I got there. I was going to make a comment about how much better I've done, because I've only lost a single life. I was going to make it a joke about how I magically play better when you guys aren't watching and the pressure's off. But it actually seems kind of accurate. The instant I turn the camera on, I die to the very first enemy I encounter. However, maybe I can bait this guy. Ah, shame. You can kind of Toro kill some of these people. If you stand at an edge and make them charge towards you, if the skeleton had done the shield charge attack, he would have just kept going flying straight off the level. It would have been good comedy. Instead, he did the big jump downward sword attack, which doesn't quite have the same momentum. What a tease. Okay, we've got full magic. You'll be able to see my biggest spell, although you already know what it is, because you've seen Death Adder's dad do it before. I'm going off memory that that's Death Adder's dad and not just some sort of evil commander. I hope it is, otherwise I'm going to look like an idiot. Just gonna deal with people efficiently. When we have all of our credits left, continues, extra lives, whatever you want to call it. So we should be alright this time. Hopefully you got a feel for her moves. But despite having a short range on her actual sword, she has an incredibly long-range dash attack. Which in my opinion makes her better than Gilius anyway. I suppose I should show her back attack. A bit risky to do it here, but let's do it. Is that? It's not bad. Gets the job done. Behold, my greatest magic. A correctly colored dragon. Actually evaded that move for once in my life, that's good. Means we're improving. You're going to see me use a lot of dash attacks, mainly because with my shortened weapon, it becomes... oh dear. It becomes a lot riskier to try and swing my sword. And with my fantastic dash attack, it becomes a lot less risky to use my dash attack. These two aspects combined make me the foot diving queen. Don't get greedy when you stand up, just walk away. That's what we learned from last time. Also, I believe his most frightening attack is when he does the 6 tracking pulses on the ground. And I think he only does those if you get far away from him. So I'm going to try and stay somewhat close to him. Because I can dodge his axe swings. I asked for that. I did not expect to die. That... I guess the skeleton took a little pop at me. Am I actually gonna lose here after all of this? No, focus, focus. Believe as well. We need some self-belief. Another 2 very weak slashes on him. Fortunately, the skeleton got the knockdown there. Or Death Adder. It's just insult to injury when you do this, mate. It's not clever. No one's impressed. I do enjoy the music of this boss fight, though. It's got a good epic tone to it. Please. I'm sorry for everything that's happened. I lied. I would like you to all to pretend I'm good at this game for one moment. I just can't see a path to land a good hit on him. That isn't it. I'm just making do with 2 pathetic swings every now and again, but it's not really getting the job done. It's hurting him, don't get me wrong. Every time I hit him, it hurts him, but... maybe I shouldn't be as afraid of that attack as I am. It doesn't seem that bad to dodge. Just the fact that if you fail to dodge it, you die. Because it does 1 piece of health by itself, and then the dragon comes along and finishes you off. That was dramatic. Why is that axe green? I think it's supposed to be bronze, like the statues before. Good news, Your Highness, and I also found out this isn't the Queen, it's the Princess, because I actually read the opening dialogue this time. Yes, peace. You have killed everyone. Therefore, you are the master of our peace. Almost like a kind of peace through power sort of thing. Not sure how I feel about this. And my peaceful ways, don't forget about those. For years to come. Not that many years, we're talking 2 to 3, but still years to come. I shall be known as the hero that I am. Here's everyone that we massacred. Slowly. Very slowly. You get to hear the official colours. So the teal guy was actually silver. Nobody knew. But people have arbitrary stats, look at them. Look how arbitrary they are. Why is the bronze guy worse than the dark guy? I don't know. Considering he comes later in the game. Long Moan is an interesting name. It's not what I would have called him. I would have called him Clubman. I'm not that inventive. I like the way the bronze ones weigh more. That's actually a nice touch. Did you know that the green women were slightly stronger than the purple women? No, I didn't. I knew the red ones were stronger still. I believe that there's only one of the dark women, right? She just gets kicked down a pit, typically. Why is everyone so short in this world? 5'2" for the skeletons. That's more like it. Oh, I thought it was Lieutenant Biter. It's Lieutenant Bitter. Alright, he's just an angry chap. Molten Hop is a pretty good duo, though. It's surprising that their army has 2 generals that stand side by side and work together, but that's what we saw. More importantly, the names of the animals. That thing is 9 foot long. Wait, how heavy is that thing? Oh, good lord. No wonder it got hurt so much when you got dash attacked by these things. Like a truck. Oh, they got names! They're thieves! That does make sense, because if you rest with unspent mana, they steal it from you, and you have to fight them to get it back. Who decided the weights of Villager A and Villager B? And for what purpose? There's Adela Jr., we didn't see him. He's the boss of easy mode. He's heavy. He's supposed to be a giant, I think, though, so it makes sense. There's actual Death Adder himself. Very muscly man. But ultimately defeated. And there's Deathbringer, who might not be his dad after all, but still, he brings the death. Until we killed him. Now he is the death. Axe Battler really came off poorly on this screen, didn't he? Gilia's specialty, he's got the best weapon. Dyra's specialty, she's got the best magic. Axe specialty, he has a sword. Poor Axe. Ironic name as well. Oh, yes. You gotta love flavor like this, but I'm not gonna sit here and watch all the credits. If you'll excuse me, there is one more part of the game to explore. Welcome back to the menu, it's time for the duel. So what is the duel? Well, you'll see. I suppose we should play as Axe Battler for my sins. I'm not happy about it. But it would be nice to give everyone a fair shot. So in the duel, you, your chosen character, will be pitted against an enemy. Predetermined enemy. There's a fixed pattern you have to go through here. And you have to fight them to the death in combat. For the first time in this game, the enemies actually have a health bar. So you can see the impact your attacks are having. This helps you get a feel for how strong certain attacks are, and helps you feel satisfied that you are in fact beating them to death. As you might imagine, the battles will get harder as we go on, until we get to the final battle. What is the final battle? I honestly can't remember. So this is Axe. I absolutely despise Axe. A couple of reasons why. Number one, his magic is middle of the road. You can't use magic in duel, so that's irrelevant. But the point is, his magic isn't doing him any favours. So what does matter in duel? Well, it's just going to be your attacking moves. Basically it. And he has a terrible dash attack. In my opinion, I don't know, maybe technically it's good, but it seems really stubby. The shoulder charge is not on the same level as Ilias's horns or Tyrus's foot, which extend miles out in front of them. The shoulder charge just seems terrible to me. What does he have to make up for it? Well, he's got medium range on his sword, which honestly is about the same as Tyrus. It's probably slightly bigger, I don't actually know. But it's not good. You see? You see how terrible this dash attack is? What's the back attack? I don't even remember. It's the same as Tyrus. Okay. I hate this man. I also hate enemies that survive on 0 hit points. But yes, for my money, Axe is completely useless. I believe that Tyrus is a better fighter without magic. And she's the magic specialist. He tries, bless him, he tries. It's kinda sad how dirty he got done, considering that he is the quote-unquote main character. You probably noticed by now, but I don't keep my pets between stages. That's sad. But I do keep my injured body between stages. It's also sad. So this health that I have has to last me the whole way. Realistically, am I going to complete the whole duel with Axe Battler? Not a hope in hell. But what I can do is I can pick a better character and get back to where I got to off screen. I have already resigned myself to defeat. That's just what happens when you play as Axe. You know in your heart of hearts that defeat is inevitable. Nice thing about the duel is that the time of day is progressing in the background. We started off in the morning sun. The sun is now beginning to set. It'll keep going. It's just a visual indicator of how far through the duel you are. You can pretty reasonably guess that the duel is going to end in the dead of night. I wish I could outrange anyone with my sword. But don't even understand half the interactions that are going on. But some of them are going in my favour, so that's good. This is quite a scary fight, considering I don't have any magic. Ooh. What should we call this time of day? Twilight? Don't laugh. They're so condescending. Don't make me go and get my stronger friends to beat you up, because I will. Slowly does it ignore that timer, by the way. Meaningless. What a scream. So manly. So powerful. Let's try another duel. Alright, game. Let's try another duel. It's time for revenge. Welcome back. Hasn't been completely smooth sailing with the dwarf. But it's been pretty good. I mean, you can see my health. We have 2 powerful weapons at our disposal. Wow, 3. We have Jump Slash that everyone has that I haven't been using anywhere near as much as I should be. But now that we're playing Gilius, or if we're playing Tyrus, we can really abuse Dash Attack. It is fantastic. When you actually have priority. Like when you're playing Axe. Just like to stress how much ground he covers. He launches himself off the ground and travels. I don't even know what this distance is. It's quite a lot. Gonna hazard a guess. Let's say about 20 meters before he next lands. Probably not that far. I could do some measurements using this guy. How tall was this guy? Damn it! Comedy's getting me hit. Enough of that then. Now it's time for brutal combat. If you're worried about the timer, don't be. I think it's just points. Just making absolutely sure we don't take any more unnecessary damage there. Time for a 1v1. Bring it, mate. But bring it very slowly. You may have already seen how this battle is going to go down. Now, just to mix up his name a bit, Lieutenant Bitter over here. He is very good at resisting aerial attacks. Which means I basically have 2 ways to attack him. I can either do this to the end of time, which is my choice, or I can do a bit of this up-down jiggery-pokery until I get on top of him and then I hit him with this. By the way, look at how much better this attack is compared to Axe's. Just look at it. Look at the range. But going in like this doesn't really work on this guy. It probably does if you know what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. Therefore, we resort to this. That is some serious speed, though. It's like I'm ice skating or something, there's just no friction at all. And I can stop instantaneously. Kill all momentum. You would have to break every bone in my body, but I just shrug it off. And then I pose. Damn it. Didn't have enough time for the pose. Alright, serious battle now, I actually need to focus. It's night time. That's the jiggery-pokery, by the way. You wanted a demonstration of this technical term. All of the powerful enemies in this game follow the same rules. The leaders are just giants. Literally giants, according to the plot. So they all have very long reach. But if you get in under their reach, generally their attacks are quite slow, so you can usually beat them to the punch. And of course, once you start comboing someone, that's it. They're gonna eat it. Unless somebody else comes and saves them. Oh, not in this position. That's better. There is an alternate strat here where you just get one person on the left, one person on the right, and you just dash attack repeatedly like this. It works, and it's quick, but if you miss one input on the dash attack, you're gonna lose a whole life bar. It's probably better if you just get good at it, but I'm not good. So I just improv. Now we're fighting the penultimate boss of the game. Remember these two just went down the pits? Interestingly, the health bar is shared between the two, so half of that health, 4 blocks, is dedicated to one guy and 4 blocks to the other. But it sums it up and displays at the top of the screen. You may have noticed that at the start of this fight, I did 3/4 of a bar to one of them and 1/4 of a bar to the other, and they lost a bar. It is their combined health. But the health is tracked individually, so I can fully kill one guy without touching the other. If I so choose. Much, much, much safer to do the one on one side, one on another, just dash at them plan here, because this guy can't dash. He's so slow. There's just no threat. Unless you're playing Axe Battler, in which case you lose all of these traits. But because I have horns on my helmets, because I'm not a moron, I win all of these traits. That was the end boss! I didn't expect that. Honestly, the fight before that one was far, far more difficult. Victory music! That is gonna do it for Golden Axe. I've been Ortega Omega. This has been fun. This has been my childhood relived. Hopefully you got something out of it. I remembered most of the game, some bits here and there a little off. I forgot how bad I was at the game. I thought I was good. But that was a humbling experience, wasn't it? Nevertheless, I had fun, and I hope you had fun too. I often make random playthroughs of games, usually retro stuff, sometimes completely brand new stuff that no one's ever heard of. I just go wherever the winds take me, but hopefully you'll be taken along on those winds, and you will join me for that. Some links are coming up. Momentarily click them if you please. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.